It was always going to be a special day for me and my family. My eldest son Campbell was about to play the most important soccer game of his life so far. His very first, and he's just 6. Now for this, his first game, it was my hope that Campbell would make us proud. Well, failing that, just stay away from the ball and not draw attention to himself, because that's what I used to do. Then his coach had what I can only describe as a bad idea. Campbell, he said, "You can be the goalkeeper." Brilliant, coach. How's he to remain unnoticed in there? "Oh, you'll be fine," I said to Campbell in a big, loud, exaggerated voice because the other parents are looking real concerned. "I'll show you what to do." They looked even more concerned. I took up my place behind the goal so I could give Campbell some advice during the game. The game started. And one thing became immediately obvious. Our team was not very good. And the other team was coming our way. "You're up, Campbell," I said. And with that, my little 6-year-old stepped out to defend this huge goal. There were 3 of them, bearing down on him, growing in stature and meanness with every step. How on earth was he ever going to stop them? Without thinking, I took a step forward. Then came the realisation. I couldn't help him. Well, I know it's pretty obvious to everybody here now, but at the time the emotion surprised me because this was the first time in his life, and indeed mine, I hadn't been able to help him. Up to this point, if the little guy needed help, I'd give it to him. Something he couldn't reach, I'd fetch it for him. Tying his shoelaces, I'd show him how. Help with his homework, I'd get his mother to help. Something scared him, I'd face it with him. But now he had to face these 3 boys all on his own. Felt absolutely helpless. But when I looked again at their white line that marked the field under which I could not step, now it symbolised to me the demarcation between his life and mine. And it's on that line that we live. Not just as parents supporting our children, but as friends in support of another, or indeed as sons and daughters supporting our parents. Whoever it is that we want to help, we must do so without crossing that line. Because if we do, it just doesn't help. Right now, if I stepped over that line, I'd save that goal, sure as eggs. But then I'd ruin the game for my son. So I stood there, helpless. And I watched as one of the boys kicked the ball towards the goal. I watched as Campbell reached for the ball, his arms outstretched and hopeful. And I watched as the ball shot right into the goal. I quickly decided the best way to help Campbell was to tell him what he'd done wrong. And I was doing so when my daughter, aged 8, approached him. "Mum says you've got to leave him alone, you're upsetting him." "I'm just trying to help." "Mum says you've got to get away from the goal now." My wife was beckoning from the far sideline with a look of determination that, well, no husband on this planet could ignore. He meant no the look. As an exile on the sideline, I continued to watch the game. Now, the other team was merciless. And it wasn't long before once more they were bearing down on my embattled son. So this time from the sideline, I watched again as one of these boys kicked the ball towards the goal. Again, I watched as Campbell reached for the ball, his little arms outstretched and hopeful. And I watched as the ball shot right into his hands. He saved the goal, my son. Boom! I was so proud and happy. And Campbell was happy too. He stood in the goal with the ball under his arm, his chest was out here, and grinned from ear to ear. And it was in his moment of glory, he and all of the game heard that day, as his mother, my wife, yelled, "Well done, sweetheart!" The we could have a wish for our children, it wouldn't be that. If we could have our wish for our children or those we want to support, would it be they never have to suffer defeat, never have to feel disappointment? When the game began, my instinct had been to help Campbell, to save him the disappointment of failure. And when I saw the look on his face of disappointment, all I wanted to do was to make it right, give him a hug and say, it's okay, try. Because that's worse than calling him sweetheart in public. And now I realise that if we could have a wish for those we want to help, it should be that they bear their defeats and their disappointments without losing heart, and they learn from them, and then they succeed because of them. Campbell did not need me to save him his disappointment. That's the last thing he needed. He certainly didn't need a hug. What he needed from me that day, and every day, is my support. And so that's why my place is on that side. As it is, I venture to say for all of us here today, we all stand on the sideline of another's life. We all stand behind a line that we can't cross. I mean, we might want to. Because in life, it's not painted white. It's not always obvious where it is. One thing I do know, it's always there. That soccer game, ladies and gentlemen, that was played over 20 years ago. Campbell's out there in the world now, he's making his way. But every day, I'm standing there on the sideline, and I'm cheering him on. Well done, sweetheart.